Mary, as the borderline battles through yet another COVID-19 surge, the El Paso Independent School District is issuing less restrictive mask guidelines.
It comes as the district recorded 75 new cases today. The board voted yesterday to implement a mask rule for teachers and students.
But they have the choice to opt out and not wear one. ABC 7's Brianna Perez is live from Mesita Elementary in West El Paso. Brianna.
The EPISD Board of Trustees say that starting Tuesday, students and staff will have to wear one of these when going to school. But will other districts follow suit?
The idea was really doing what we can as trustees to be able to keep our staff and students and also community members as safe as possible.
Board of Trustee Leah Hanene says that this will open the door to being more in line with CDC policies. This is video of last night's board meeting.
Demonstrates that the district is doing everything and more to protect the kids within our district, and we're doing so within the constraints that the state of Texas has placed upon us.
Although Board President Alvelarde says that this shows the district is trying to protect its kids, he sees it as a problem because he sees it as a mandate. Vice President Daniel Call says he is concerned that this is going to put more stress on an already stressed out staff, as well as concerns about the potential litigations having to do with this.
I feel in a way we're kind of barking up the wrong tree, so I am not going to be supportive of this.
Ross Moore, president of El Paso American Federation of Teachers, agrees with him.
That's going to be about as effective as a screen door on a submarine when it comes to slowing the spread of COVID.
ABC 7 reached out to other area districts to see if they would also follow similar mask policies. No. Socorro ISD saying they recommend the continued use of masks in indoor settings. Masks remain required on school buses. Canoteo ISD saying that as of today, they will continue to recommend and highly encourage everyone to follow all the preventative measures, but not mandate masks nor vaccines. Some parents we spoke to say they were happy they are making the effort to keep schools safer.
I believe so because people doesn't want to vaccinate it, so a lot of people is still contagious, so I think it's a good idea, I guess.
Another parent who did not want to be shown on camera says it makes no difference.
I don't think they accomplished anything. It's basically stayed the same.
EPISD will now have until next Tuesday to come up with the procedure for those that choose to opt out. For now, reporting in West El Paso, Brianna Perez, ABC 7.
The decision from the El Paso Independent School District comes at a time when we're seeing cases skyrocket throughout El Paso. What you see here is a snapshot of cases over the last 3 months here in El Paso dating back to October. Now you can see that initial small spike in early December before all of a sudden that rapid increase to where we are now. Yesterday alone, we saw more than 2,000 new cases. The second time in less than a week we've hit that mark. The last time we've seen anything like that, you have to go all the way back to late 2020. And what you're looking at here is that same 3-month period from October to January. And you can see the spike in cases are actually basically the same. On November 7th, 2020, during the worst of that spike, El Paso recorded nearly 2,700 new cases in one day. During that same 3-month period, we saw another 2 days that topped 2,000 cases. So when we turn our attention now back to the far right and to today, we've seen 2 days over 2,000 with really no sign of things slowing down. While the sheer number of cases can be startling, here is where vaccines have made a difference. It's in hospitalizations. For example, on the worst day of new cases then, more than 1,000 people were hospitalized and just over 300 were in the ICU. But now more than 500 are hospitalized and nearly 150 are in the ICU. So as you see, we pretty much have those numbers, even though we're seeing roughly the same amount of new cases.
And Eric, when we look at the EP Strong data dashboard, you can see about 75% of the population is fully vaccinated. As we've been hearing for months, our best defense against a severe case of COVID-19 is a booster shot. And you can see right here this number, more than 150,000 El Pasoans have done just that, of the nearly 784,000 El Pasoans who are eligible to do so.